Bond Week. I'm Bond. Just. I'm Bond. Justin Bond. Okay, this is the conclusion of my. Was supposed to be a week of Bond films, and it turns out that it was over 2 days, give or take. This was intended to be released in term for the release of the 50th Bond film or something, or the 40th, whatever. The anniversary, No Time to Die. And I was planning on reviewing various Bond films, but after you know what happened, I decided to get rid of any movies that had the title of Die in them, feeling that they would be inappropriate. Which may seem easy, but if you look at the list of Bond films, the word die is in a lot of them. So, I recommend that unless you're a Bond fan, don't watch 5 Bond films in a row. Because if you do, then all it's going to do is it's just going to show you all of the repeated tropes, all of the repeated cliches, and how some of those movies, like, I was born in 88. I know I look younger. I wish I was younger. Maybe not. But look, I like movies from the 70s. I like The Big Bus. I like movies from the 80s, The Running Man. I like movies from the 90s, like, let me just look through my list of movies, like Speed, for example. I just got Easy A today on Blu-ray. I like Fast Five. I like Avengers. I like the new Jungle Book movie. I like the Lego movie. I like these movies. Suicide Squad. I like these movies that are fast paced, interesting, and have sharp, witty dialogue. Some of them, like the 60s Sean Connery movies, um, and the early Roger Moore movies, and the subject of today's review, The Living Daylights with Timothy Dalton. I was thinking, hey, 1987, that's the year The Running Man came out. That's 2 years after Back to the Future came out. And 2 years before, I think Back to the Future 2 came out or something. Now, look. Okay, I was thinking late 80s action movie. I'm a fan of that. I can get behind that. I'm okay with that. Timothy Dalton is probably the worst Bond I've seen. For all of you out there who say, like, oh my god, Pierce Brosnan is the worst Bond ever made, blah, 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 blah. No. Timothy Dalton is far more boring, far more mediocre, far more forgettable. This movie, I saw like 4 people I saw 4 random people. I just thought one of them was Bond, and one of them looked like Steve Guttenberg from the Police Academy movies. So, being that I reviewed this movie about 6 days ago, I was intending to release it on Saturday and it didn't really pan out. I'm gonna try as best as I can to tell you it from memory. Now, granted, I was more laughing at the fact that this guy didn't look like Bond, in my opinion. He didn't look suave, he didn't look savvy, he didn't look cool. I don't even know if he wore a tux in this movie. Sorry. What I do remember is that, there was something where I was questioning, like, is that technically is that technically brown face? When at the end of the movie, when towards the end of the movie, he dresses up like a Middle Eastern person in this area. Um, they had like this huge stereo thing, like the thing John Hughes has from Say Anything, which I should watch that movie one day. But it's used as a missile, and I was like, really? You're not gonna make a joke like, I guess it's a boom box. There were other ones like a there was a there was a walk headphones joke, and I was like, yeah, this isn't dated at all. And there's a scene with the milkman, so okay. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of falling in and out of consciousness because I was very bored watching this movie. Look, Sean Connery, I apologize for saying your Bond films were boring. Timothy Dalton is extra boring. Like, what's another scene? Or another thing? The girl, Kara, I think that's her name. Kay watched the movie with me, and even you know, I'm a, I'm, I'm a fan of women, taking charge and rocking and being on par with men. This movie sets you women back about 50 years, okay? She is the biggest ditzy dunce on the planet. I think I even commented, like, Goldie Hawn from Laugh-In would tell you to stop being an insult to dumb blondes. There's a scene on a plane, and there's an explosion on a plane. And I'm gonna have to review another plane movie later this year, so I think I liked Non-Stop, but I'm not sure if I did or not. I'm pretty sure I did. Heck, I liked Planes, Fire, and Rescue. Go ahead, judge me. Um, let's see, what else? Honestly, I think that's about it. That's all I really remember from the films. Anything else that I'm remembering, sorry folks, anything else I'm remembering is because we did another review, and that'll come up soon. Um, and I don't even know how to extend this review. Timothy Dalton, I don't think is a good Bond. Um, I don't think he was an interesting Bond. I'm pretty sure there was a scene in a lake on a boat. Um, I don't know. I really can't say anything else. This is probably the shortest review for a Bond film you're ever going to hear. JJ, I am not amused. Um, but to be honest, folks, Kay actually suggested Bond Week because we have a bunch of Bond films that we got from JJ, and I what was one of the movies? I think From Russia with Love was one of the movies that we were going to review, but I decided to look up something more 80s to be a little more modern and action packed. She's having a better time than she was during the movie. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Subscribe to me and I'll subscribe back. Um, and tune in next time for another review. I'm sorry, Bond fans. I'm very sorry. Bye.